It's always interesting when one pour is so different from the other, but they are so similar in the way they do their business.
Yeah, they taste different, but they go about doing their business in the same way.
Yeah, it makes it really difficult.
Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we are back with another double-blind head-to-head, which means we have no clue what is in either one of these glasses. It's not like we know the matchup, just don't know which one is which. We have no clue what we're sipping.
Nope.
We do it this way so you get the most honest opinions possible, separate and apart from any labels or bias or anything like that. We're going to smell both of these glasses, taste them.
Yep.
Tell you what we think about them, give them a rating, find out the price, and see if that changes our rating before we find out what we're drinking. That's why we say all that real world channel for the real world whiskey consumer stuff, because everything that we taste is weighed against the value blind before we know what we're drinking.
Yes.
It's a fun way to taste whiskey. We feel like, again, it gives you a really unbiased review of stuff. And who knows what this matchup is? Well, I guess you know what it is, but we don't.
We don't.
It could be anything. It's drawn from our blind sample pool of bourbon and rye matchups, available versus allocated, expensive versus inexpensive, or just two products that we want to see how they compare blind to see which one is the better buy. Let's go ahead and get into the first glass on the nose and see what we're working with. Which, by the way, if you like the style of content, these blind tastings, all that, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
This is what we do here.
Yeah, it would help us out as well.
Get on board.
You want to be helpful.
And like the video if you like it. Thumbs up. On the nose.
Cheers.
Whoa. Straight up banana booze.
Banana booze.
Like, you know,
a banana booze cruise.
Banana boat?
Yeah.
This is banana booze. Somebody took the banana boat and dumped some vodka in it, or like some spirits.
Uh-huh.
Wow. That smells tropical.
It does. I can see that. I'm not getting banana, but tropical resonates.
There's like banana, mango, maybe. I think so, yeah. It's not citrusy. It's more mango-y.
It also smells like it could taste sharp, which
it's got a little alcohol bite
kind
to
of
the nose.
worries me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It smells good. Very fruit forward in a banana boat.
In a tropical fruit way.
Yes.
It's tropical fruit forward.
All right. Let's get on the palate.
Okay. I don't know what I'm getting on this.
So
I'm trying so hard.
It's definitely not as outright fruit forward on the palate as it was on the nose. The nose was very, very tropical.
It's more oaky, but it's not drying like I would expect something that's oaky to be.
Yeah, it's very pleasant. There's nothing really remarkable about the glass, I would say.
Yeah.
It does come through with some tropical flavors. It comes
Does
through with
it?
a little bit. It comes through with some creaminess. You know what this reminds me of, actually? This reminds me of like a cream soda on tap. You know, like the old school cream sodas. Like if you're ever in Nashville, go to Mitchell's Deli. If you like deli sandwiches, it's the best deli in town.
And they've got good like fountain sodas.
And they have like old school sodas, not regular brand stuff.
Okay.
It's like niche stuff, and the cream soda, this has a very similar flavor to that. That's the undertone.
It tastes, yes, it's a creamy undertone, but it's not sweet like a cream soda is sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it's whiskey.
Right, but sometimes whiskey is sweet. I'm not getting sweetness out of this.
It's got cream soda flavor notes without the sweetness. It doesn't taste like cream soda. I should clarify. Yes, thank you for clarifying.
That's what I was trying to do.
Thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, this is really pleasant, generally enjoyable. Nothing is really like sticking out. Nothing's bad in here.
Yeah, and I am going to wager a guess that this is a little bit higher proof than it looks like it might be if you just look at the color of the whiskey in there, because sometimes people try to guess. If it's dark, it's really high proof. I think this is higher proof than it presents.
You think so?
I think
this drink's like 94 proof.
I think it's above 100 proof.
Okay. I don't think it's over 100. I think it's about 94 proof.
Oh, do you have a specific bottle in mind?
Let's get into glass 2 on the nose. I try not to think about what things are in the glass because I don't want to think I know what it is and then have bias. The whole point of this is to eliminate bias. Sometimes things jump out. And I will say on the second sip of this, by the way, I'm getting like a nice, gentle, soft oak note that just kind of sustains. Okay. So I like glass 1 a lot for like a nice, easy sipper that is also quite flavorful. Okay. Glass 2 on the nose.
This is giving me like a pillow made out of caramel vibes.
A pillow made out of caramel. You want to walk us through that one?
It's like soft and squishy like a pillow.
It is, yeah. Yeah, actually, you're right.
But it's
soft
got
and
caramel.
fluffy.
Yeah, it's fluffy and squishy. Like you imagine a pillow when you lay your head on a pillow, but then it's got caramel notes.
Yeah, you're going tropical, like mango, pineapple punch here versus a lot of caramel on this one.
Yeah.
It has a fluffiness to it. And it is...
Like, I almost want to say squishy. Squishy comes to mind.
It's equally fragrant as Glass 1. Just it has a different way of presenting itself.
Agreed.
It's generally pleasant. Mm-hmm. Again, there's no sharp edges really.
Yeah.
Let's get into the palate.
This is nice. It's easy to drink. It's, dare I say, smooth.
Well, I'm laughing because when I have something that comes to mind, because this is first impressions, right? Like, we're going to take some time and start with Glass 2, clear our palates, go back to Glass 1, A-B compare them. But when I take a first sip of something, I'm after first impressions. Mm-hmm. And when I took a sip of Glass 2, the word in my head was just nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's nice.
And you said, this is nice. And that's when I started laughing.
It is.
Yeah, it's very both of these are very pleasant. Glass 1 seems to be a little bit more fruit forward. So if you like fruity bourbon, they seem bourbony.
I find Glass 1 slightly more drier, like a drier version. Like a dry wine. If I'm comparing it to wine, this is like a drier wine, and this is more of like...
This is more classic bourbon.
Yeah, this is more classic bourbon, and this is more like classic bourbon gone dry. I don't know. Classic bourbon in a tanning bed. Because, you get, like, your skin gets really dry and crispy when you tan too much.
Well, and I'm thinking about Banana Boat now.
Oh, yeah.
Glass 2, really, I mean, the caramel and the oak is kind of the star of the show in Glass 2.
It's a classic bourbon on the nose, I feel like, for sure.
It is very classic. Both of these are very enjoyable. Nothing particularly remarkable about them. Mm-hmm. I would hope that the price point is lower. Like, when I say lower, I tend to think of, like, these come across like $30 pours. But I think there's something in both of these.
I think they're higher than 30.
And I do too, and this is why. I think there's something in both of these that adds a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Like, they are flavorful in a way that not a lot of $30 bottles are. Mm-hmm. Like, if you go out and get Buffalo Trace or Elijah Craig or Small Batch or something, they're not quite this flavorful.
I will say that on first impressions, Glass 1 presents with more spice than Glass 2.
Oh, I disagree.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Agree to disagree.
Oh, this is like getting pastry now.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm skipping ahead and getting into our A/B comparison that happens off camera.
Can I finish what I was saying?
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
It's all right. Don't do it again.
Oh.
Just kidding. You're fine. You can do it again. Glass 1 presents with more spice than Glass 2. Glass 2 presents with more like weight.
Yeah, it's got a little bit more. It's a darker profile, a little heavier profile, whereas one's a little bit more light and
lighter
bright.
and spicier.
Well, I won't say light. Like, it's not. It's
light. The viscosity isn't light, but you get a light feeling when you're drinking it.
This is describing whiskey on a whiskey channel can be hard sometimes when you're dealing with this type of thing. What we're trying to communicate is that Glass 1 has a lightness to it. A lightness in the profile, but it has a lot of flavor. Mm-hmm. It's not light in flavor, it's just a light flavor profile.
A light essence, a light aura.
Whereas Glass 2 has a little bit more of a robust profile, but they're equal in their concentration of flavor.
Concentration of flavor, yeah.
So this is like a light roast coffee versus more of like a medium to dark roast coffee.
Sure.
But the intensity of all the flavors are the same. It's just different flavors. That's what we're trying to communicate.
Yes.
I really try to do, I focus a lot on this in our videos because I want to try to communicate what you can expect out of a bottle. Yeah. And a lot of that is flavor profile, but then it's also experience. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're trying to speak to with this. We're going to take some time to clear our palate, start with Glass 2, go back to Glass 1, see which one we prefer, see if anything else comes out when we're not talking to a camera. Again, what we're doing is hard. This is hard work.
It's so hard, man.
We're going to get to
This is not for anybody.
Not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart. Not for just anyone who just sits up and, shows up and sits down.
Do people say that?
No, I just did.
Oh, okay. All right. Copyright Aaron.
Because I just show up and sit down.
I'm pretty sure we just showed up and sat down.
I literally.
You definitely just did show up and sit down.
Every time I just show up and sit down. That's all I do. That's why it was a joke.
All right. We're going to take a minute. We'll be back with our full impressions. See you in a second. Well, that didn't help because this is just as confusing as it was before we started.
It made it worse for me.
Okay.
Honestly.
We talked about this off camera. These are both a flip of the coin for us. They're just different flavor profiles, but otherwise they're very comparable.
Yes, but for me, the flavors in both of these glasses changed when I kept drinking them.
A little bit.
For me.
Talk about it. What do you think? What do you like? What do you prefer?
For me, on the palate, glass 2 got a little more oaky, a little more drying.
Okay.
Glass 1 on the nose got more floral, and on the palate got more peanut buttery.
Oh, that's wild, because glass 2 is a glass of peanut butter and caramel.
I see. I thought that with glass 1.
No.
Did we switch our glasses?
Glass 1 just has that fruity oakiness to me, and I don't get floral at all, but I started getting a powdered sugar donut-y type of note on glass 1. The weight of a powdered sugar donut, like you eat a powdered sugar donut, and it leaves your mouth a little dry, but boy, the flavor's good. That's glass 1 for me, with the tropical notes, with the oak notes. Glass 2 is literally just it's melted peanut butter and caramel in a glass of bourbon.
I feel like these are whiskeys from the Hogwarts School of Magic because they are changing every time I drink them.
Yeah, and hey, it goes that way sometimes, It's not like, we did a control pour before this, full disclosure. It tasted like whiskey is supposed to taste.
Yeah.
We come into this, and it's a very interesting matchup. So if one of these is expensive or allocated or whatever...
I'm going with the cheaper version of whatever is here because these are both good.
What's your ratings on these? Let's not bury the lead.
I'm giving them both a thumbs up.
Okay.
And I'm going to go...
Same. Thumbs up on both.
And I'm going to go with whichever one is the least expensive.
Do you have a preference? Or is there one you could see yourself gravitating to more often?
Initially, I thought it was glass 2.
Yep.
When we took more time with it kind of changed to glass 1. So I honestly don't know.
Yeah. I do think I typically would prefer the profile of glass 2 as well. However, 1 has enough going on with it along with the fruit. Like I tend to prefer the candy bar profile of glass 2. This is a candy bar. This is a tropical fruit pastry that has some doughy oakiness going along with it.
Speaking my love language, you just said dough.
And this, to me, tonight is coming across to be a little bit more preferable. If I had to pick, I'd pick 1 over 2, but like it really is a flip of a coin.
I think I still might pick 2, but it's very it's just because of the mood I'm in right this second. It could change.
I cannot wait. And they're both very flavorful, but also no sharp edges.
Yeah.
Easy to drink. I'm enjoying both of these.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna find out what we're drinking.
Okay.
But before that, we're gonna find out the price and see if that changes our ratings.
Let's do that.
What were you again? Thumbs up on both.
Thumbs up on both.
And I'm thumbs up on both.
But could easily be swayed on price. Yep. If one's drastically different in price, then I could easily be swayed against it.
Okay, so glass number 1, my slight preference? Question mark?
Yeah, is
42 in our key. What's the price?
$30.
Oh, I'm super happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying thumbs up.
What's glass number 2 price?
$25.
Oh, I'm happy with both of these.
I'm saying thumbs up on both, and I would get both.
We deliberated painstakingly. This is the hard work of this channel. We deliberated painstakingly over both of these pours.
Yeah.
It's a $30.20. Buy both. Just buy both.
I would get both.
Honestly, buy both. Get some Boston Rounds like this and blind them yourself and see which one you prefer.
Will you put description or a link to the link?
It'll be down there in the video description below. All right. My slight preference is to glass 1.
And I had a preference to glass 2, but it was just because of like how I'm feeling right now. I could be swayed easily.
So glass number 1, number 42 is
Jack Daniel's Bonded, and it's 100 proof.
It smells like a Jack Daniel's product, tastes like a Jack Daniel's product. I thought it was a Jack Daniel's single barrel or bonded.
Because you said banana, and then you automatically start thinking Jack Daniel's, don't you?
Glass 2.
Old Forester Signature, 100 proof.
Oh.
They're both 100 proof.
Wow.
And that's probably why they were put in together.
Wow, okay. They're really flavorful.
Yeah, both of these, very good. Is one hard to find?
No. Okay. These are both on shelves everywhere.
Okay.
Buy both.
Honestly, for 100 proof pours, I think you're getting a really good value for what's in the glass. Honestly, I would pay $40 for these.
In today's market, there's a lot of stuff that's $40 that tastes this way. Old Forester Signature, it's kind of
I don't think I've ever had that before.
Well, we don't mess around with that bottle a lot. When I taste it by itself, it comes across a little sharp. I didn't get that at all. This Jack Bonded is really, for me, like there's sometimes when I'm in the mood for this product and sometimes I'm not. More often than not, I'm not, but it really did hit me right today. Old Forester Signature. I don't know where that peanut butteriness came through for me.
See, I got peanut butteriness on the Jack.
Yep.
After taking more time with it, which, again, honestly, every time I sipped these, the flavors changed. It was bizarre. I haven't had that happen, I don't think, ever.
Can we agree that they're both high value products that people should just buy a bottle of and see if you like it or not?
Yeah, I think it's worth trying. If you're able to part with $30, see if you like it. If you don't, then you never have to buy it again. But if you do, you might have just found a really good value buy for yourself.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
It's worth a try.
Yeah. If you think this channel's worth a try and you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah.
What you waiting on?
Do it.
Get to it. It's right down. It's right here, okay?
Is it? Is it under you?
Right here. Just click that button.
Okay.
Caress it. Also, like the video if you like it, and hit that bell down there. It's also over here. It's all kind of grouped together. It's almost like YouTube thought of this. But hit that bell down there if you want to join in on a live stream. We would love to have you. They're a little bit more conversational. We get to interact with chat. We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Join in.
Absolutely. That's it for today. Be good to each other. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.